Ready to move on, hero? Veranda sent word to me. I know where we need to go next. There's an old ruin in the Lorkrata Hills, northeast of Shornhelm. Veranda said his research led him there and he needs your help. Why he needs you when he has me, I'll never understand. But he is the master, as he constantly reminds me. They won't be needed at the Lorkrata ruins. That's for you and Verandas to deal with. I'll bring her ladyship up to speed about what's going on in Northpoint. You can meet us there after you and Verandas are finished with the ruins.
You'd do well to keep
Fine
quiet.
goods at fair prices.
I'm sorry, sir, I tried, but no one here is willing to enlist.
There you are. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding this place. Ah, I take it Gwendis found you, and I assume that you dealt with Rizal Jul. Then we are ready to begin. Let's find out why they tried so hard to hide this place from my memories. A forgotten tumble of ruins in the desolate Lorkrata Hills. I found a trap door that should grant us access to the chambers beneath, but it's locked tight. Look around for a way to open the trap door, and I'll meet you at the West Tower. I advise caution, my friend. As with Rizal Jul and Camp Tamrith, I have a feeling that the enemy remains at least one step ahead of us. Since I assumed that Montclair's memory was never affected, who knows what we may find in the ruins below. Of course, it isn't as though we're trying to save Rivenspire or anything, now is it? Go ahead, ask your questions. Rhea was a sweet young woman, committed to her family and infatuated with me. She didn't ask for what happened to her, but that doesn't excuse her behavior since. Her father gave her command of a portion of his troops, just as he did with Rizal Jul. She's been active in the north and east, creating blood fiends and causing chaos. I assume she has her eye on Northpoint. It would make a handsome prize. When you restored my missing memories, I recalled that the Aeliad manuscript mentioned two ancient outposts, the Doomcrag and a place in the hills to the east. My research indicates an Aeliad ruin lies beneath this abandoned Breton fortress. I'm not sure, but there must be something here that we need. Why else would the two Aeliad outposts be linked as they are in the manuscript? First, however, we need a way to open the path down. Without that, this ruin is nothing but a dead end. Loraya was a sweet young woman committed... Over here. Did you find anything that might help us? You found a key? Very good. Enter the ruins and I'll follow right behind you. More questions? You are a curious one. But who am I to deny your intellectual fulfillment? Ask and I shall answer. I honestly have no idea. But that lock is new, so we could be facing bandits or Montclair troops. Or they just locked the door and moved on. Ruins do have a habit of attracting monsters, however. If we work together, I have no doubt we can succeed. Something alien, that's all I know. The fragments of manuscript I was able to study weren't very specific about what was stored at the Lorkrata site. I have high hopes, however, that we will find something we can use against Montclair. It is. A veil has been cast upon these ruins. It's just as I expected. Loraya knew I'd come here and has placed an obstacle in our way. As I feared, the delay caused by my missing memories allowed Montclair to reach this place before us. This veil, it has Loraya's deft touch about it. Loraya has placed a veil upon these ruins. It's a simple illusion spell that she amplified using the power of the Lightless Remnant. It hides the true topography and makes her see exactly what she wants. She set the trap, and we walked right into it. When we push forward, Loraya's veil is far from perfect, and she made it specifically to hinder me and my vampiric charges. She wasn't expecting you, however. You should be able to guide us through the veil using the tears that litter the illusion. creatures. Now you shall witness the true power of Northpoint's Raven Watch. The way ahead appears blocked. I'm sure it's another illusion. The Veil hid this gauntlet of traps from us. We need to move through this area with caution. A real chasm? Or another illusion? You probably shouldn't chance it. See if you can locate another tear. This way. With the veil torn, I can see a way up over there. We must be getting close. This We need to clear this portion of the veil so that we can move forward. See if you can rip open a tear and shred this illusion. Whenever you are, my friend. I just hope that there are a sufficient number of tears for you to rip apart. I'd hate to get trapped within Lorea's veil with no way out. Hopefully that's the last of the veil. Let's see if we can get through that door now. Well done, my friend. I'll meet you on the other side. I think what we're looking for is just beyond this chamber. The item we seek is through here. Follow me. This must be what we're looking for. Amazing. It's as though it has been waiting for us all of this time. I wonder, is this book real, or just another of Lorea's illusions? Remarkable. It appears to be an intact volume of Ayleid lore. If it's real, then this is what we came here to... No. This can't be correct. This is all about the remnant of light. Before it became corrupted. It mentions that the remnant requires a vessel to make full use of its limitless potential. A container for its abundant power. Now, that seems likely. Between the relic's magic and the vampiric abilities I inadvertently provided, Montclair has become more powerful than I expected. The book also says that if we break the vessel, we break the relic. I will need to think upon that. Well, my friend, it appears that the book is real and not part of Lorea's illusion. I believe it will be of great help to us in the trials ahead. That said, I have much research to do. Ancient Aliad isn't my native language, you know. I believe so, yes. I have much more reading to do before we get to that point, though. Know that we wouldn't have this advantage if not for you. I could never have navigated Lorea's Veil without your help. While I continue my research, you should head to Northpoint. Gwendis caught wind of Lorea in that area, and I had her direct Peril and Tamrith to take their troops north. I'm sure they'd appreciate any help you can provide. Baron Dorrell considers Northpoint to be his seat of power. He has a number of holdings there, including a lucrative maritime endeavor. It makes sense that Montclair would send Lorea there. If they control Northpoint, they control the North. Gwendis reported that Northpoint has been sealed. I fear Montclair already controls the city. Find Baron Dorrell. He commands the troops amassing outside the city. I'm sure he has a plan in motion. Talk to the Baron and see what you can do to help. I expect that Baron Dorrell and his troops will have found a good vantage point outside the city. While you help them liberate Northpoint, I'll continue to study the Aliad book we discovered. Very well. Ask your questions, and then I expect you to make your way to Northpoint with all due haste. Finished? I have only just begun, and I certainly won't make any progress while we stand here and continue to discuss matters that have little immediate relevance to the mission at hand. As far as I can tell, no one other than Riz Al Ghul and Lorea have seen Montclair since the events at Doomcrag a few weeks ago. He could still be atop that desolate peak. On the other hand, he could be anywhere. So stay on your guard. Certain? No. But her hand was definitely present here at Lorkrata, and we know she commands Montclair's forces in this area. I expect you will face Lorea before your work at Northpoint comes to an end.
Too old, my tusk. I'll show him too old.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Nice of you to finally join us. Those damn Montclairs have locked me out of my own city. If any of my people have been hurt, I'll kill Montclair and his daughter with my bare hands. You know how to get things done. Join up with Scordo and help him find a way into the city. I'll keep the troops on alert and ready to move on your signal. Northpoint is an important trading center, with many House Dorel holdings. Whoever controls the city controls the northern region of Rivenspire. If I were Oblivion bent on conquering the area, it's certainly what I would do. My son, Alec, was in charge while I was at Shornhelm. If he's still alive, he must be somewhere inside the city. Beyond that, the entire populace is loyal to House Dorel. But I have no idea what kind of forces Montclair set loose within my city. Reports indicate that Baron Montclair hasn't been seen in weeks, though this mess has his fingerprints all over it. His daughter Larea, on the other hand, isn't afraid to show her face. We're assuming she's in command here. Prior to her mother's illness, she was a charming young woman, a real magic-using prodigy. Now it's like she's been replaced by a dark seducer. Men and women will do anything to please her. And she's shown a remarkable affection for extreme cruelty. I sent Scordo and a small group to establish a secure base among the farmhouses outside the city. He's supposed to find a way into Northpoint and then send us a signal. Since that hasn't happened yet, I assume he's still working on it. Countess Tamrith went with him. Against my better judgment, I might add. And that fancy knight Darien decided to tag along. He's gotten rather friendly with Scordo since he arrived. I hope they can slip inside, or this is going to be a long siege.
Yeah.
You walked into the wrong farmhouse, Montclair! Well, kiss a troll and call me Pumpkin. I know you, from Shornhelm. Did Baron Dorel send you? I was the orc, in the cage. Not my most shining moment, but it's not like I'm a noble or anything. No matter, I'm just glad you're here. It's a disguise. What's wrong? Don't you like it? Is my helmet on crooked or something? We're going to sneak into Northpoint. Not usually my approach, but Countess Tamrith and Darien helped us get this far. No idea. He went to scout around and hasn't come back yet. So far, we've learned the patrols outside the city consist of untrained fighters with orders to keep people away. Only the officers seem to know what's going on inside. I suggested busting a hole in the wall, but the Countess decided we should save that as a last resort. Darien went out to search while we took care of the farmers. They came to us for help, and you know how the Countess feels about refugees.
Do your worst, lackey to a foreign crown. I won't tell you anything. Well, I guess that would be all right. I am a guard of the First Order, a member of the Blood Talon Cloaks of House Montclair. More than that, you won't get out of me. Why could that possibly matter? Really? Your beloved Countess would never stand for that. You're bluffing. You're the one? You killed Rizal Jul? I'm just a guard. The officers know what's going on, but they never tell us anything. All I can tell you is they have a camp to the east, on the coast. If you want information, you have to talk to an officer. Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering when you were gonna show up. Want a bite? Reconnaissance, but keep your voice down. No need to wake the good captain. And know what I learned? There's not a single guard in Northpoint. Not a one. Lorea ordered them to get out and to keep everyone away. Isn't that enough? I was fairly proud of that bit of espionage. But you're right, there's more. The good captain here let slip that there's a smuggler's tunnel. Leads right into the heart of the city. It's our best option for getting inside.
My, Sir Darien. That was impressive. But when it comes to smugglers' tunnels, I think there's a thing or two I can teach you.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. Why don't you find out what our vampire vixen is talking about?
I must say, Darien certainly has a way with the ladies. That's not how I'd go about extracting information from the enemy, but I can't fault his results. The old smuggler's tunnel should lead into the city, if we can get through it. Well, the smugglers who used the tunnels installed a gate. Gives them a monopoly on the black market in Northpoint. The tunnel will get us into the city, if we can get past the locked gate. The smuggler boss is a tough pirate. Goes by the name of Lagra. If anyone has a key, it's her. But the Montclairs attack any boats that approach the city. There are wrecks up and down the coast. If Lagra's still alive, that's where we'll find her.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Nothing is certain until it happens.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing on my ship? Do you know what I did to the last stowaway I found? Well, the last time I looked, my hold didn't lead into the city. Wait a moment. My key! If you're one of those Montclair bastards, I won't go down without a fight. Now give me back my key. Well, you're a tough one, aren't you? All right, we'll do it your way. I was coming back to get my key. I need to get into Northpoint myself, rescue my gang. Why should I let you have the key when I have my own needs to consider? At the moment, all I care about is the safety of my gang. They were inside when the city fell. But if this turns out to be a trick, Oblivion won't be big enough for you to hide in. The tunnel's in the cove. It will take you into the city. The tunnel is inside the cove beneath the lighthouse. That key will unlock the trapdoor.
Yeah!
Over here, by the rocks. Come on, I'll take you to where the others are waiting. Tell us you found something, hero. We could use some good news.
I'm not interested in news. Just tell me you found a way to get us into those tunnels.
Tell me you found something good, hero. It's not like the fate of Rivenspire is hanging in the balance or anything. Right then, let's go see what Lorea's doing in there. But brace yourself. I don't think we're gonna like what we find. Northpoint. It just feels empty. I sense life in there, but it's faint. Barely perceptible. We need to be ready for anything. His lordship, the Baron over there, wants us to head inside, see what's going on, and secure the area. He wants us to be slow and careful so as not to damage his precious city. Good job getting that key, by the way. Now let's go save Northpoint. I need to let Verandis know what's going on. In the meantime, talk to Scordo. He knows the city like the back of his hand.